This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome everyone to the home of the FIU Panthers, just outside of Miami and Pitbull Stadium. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks, facing a fellow Conference USA opponent, the Florida International Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. FIU will kick it off to get things underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Turning it on. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Power football with the run. Got enough for the first.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
One play in this drive, and already out to the 41. It's first down. Looking to throw, it's Jenkins. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Makes the catch down the right side. Boy, are they loving that huge play. He's got it down to the 9.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground.
He's trying to get it in. Touchdown, FIU. A great catch and run for 6.
And this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
Coming out with it, it's Petway. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. With the catch, it's Rex Steiner. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
They go to the ground. Still running at the 40. There he goes. Past the 30. Past the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Still on his feet at the 45. He's loose on the right. The 20. Touchdown, Florida International. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, that he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. He steps out of bounds just across the 20 at the 21. Decent starting field position here. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Got enough for the first down and wants more. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
The Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go to the ground. At the 45 on his way. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
To the air, it's Wimsatt. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
It moves to second down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Leaves it with the back.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
And the Gamecocks are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. At the 20, he's got space. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So it's an 80-yard drive, and he closed the deal by scooting 31 yards for the score. So after getting into the end zone in that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida International offense is back on the field. If you like scoring, this one's for you. Already 21-14, and now they'll try to answer. Off play action on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Payne. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
On the move, it's Owens. Breaks the tackle.
I love teams that make it a priority to run the football, and they have today. Another good run by this running back. He's been doing it all night, over 100 yards on the day. Really, really good night for this young man.
And the Panthers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Leaves it with the running back. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
The Panthers with the 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
He'll pull it down.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
And the Panthers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Looking downfield, it's Jenkins. Grab near the sticks, it's Perry. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. On first and goal, let's see if FIU can get it in. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Back to pass. And it's picked off right at the goal line. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum. It plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the other.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Trying to seal the edge on the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. And I'm not going to argue if this production keeps up as we start the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Looking to throw, it's Wimsatt. Fires to the wideout. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback. And you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
Caught in the backfield, it's Owens. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Hauled down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Caught behind the line. It's Perry.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Wants to throw again. Throws to the wideout. got it in the middle. It's Perry. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity. FIU set up with another first down. Trying to get the corner. Nice move there. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Panthers.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already to this offense.
And he makes the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Petway. And he loses the ball deep in his own end.
Oof, that's a breathing sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball.
Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Ready to fire from the pistol. Looking for a gap. It's Cook. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Wimsatt. Caught over the middle, it's Johnson. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. The give on the option. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And the Gamecocks send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to breaks away in the middle. He's at the tag. Touchdown, Panthers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
He'll bring it out. It's Petway. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. He breaks a tackle. At the 35, and another broken tackle. Oh, he's got some space. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
How great is it on offense when you don't just have receivers and running backs that can make plays, but your quarterback can hurt the defense throwing it and running it as well. The speed, the open field running ability, his ability to make people miss, such a unique weapon in college football, and this team's got a guy.
After that huge play, they'll try to finish him off with another one. It's 1st and 10 from inside the 40. To the ground with the back. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Wimsatt. Here comes the heat. Grabbed behind the line, it's Baldwin. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the 1st down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Making side adjustments here. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Using his feet. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the 1st half. Now on the move. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a 4th quarter game.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Quickly to the tight end. Breaks into the open. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
What a grab with one hand.
Well, that's about as impressive as a short gainer catch as you're ever going to see. I mean, didn't get the first, didn't go very far downfield, but it was pretty lucky. Caught it with one hand. I mean, I guess there's that.
The Panthers can really attack on this 2nd and short. To the air, it's Jenkins. Makes the grab, it's Owens. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Owens. Down to the 32 and out of bounds right there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Corners are going to bail. Grab near the marker. It's Owens. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Lost a throw on first down. Throwing right. It's caught. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
And that's another FIU.
And the Panthers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Wide out trying to get it in. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And they've regained the lead. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. 2nd half not too far away. We're just about ready to start the 2nd half. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Florida International offense is back on the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the 2nd half.
Unloads to the right. It's complete.
Nice pitch and catch there from QB to wide receiver. Great job. And an out route is all about timing. 1, 2, 3, boom, break out, throw it to him right now. Great pitch, great catch.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Looking to throw, it's Jenkins. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the right. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's first down in the red zone at the 10. The Panthers have it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got it on the move. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, FIU. They'll try to add another to their lead. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and then make the big play, get the touchdown.
Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You, keep being aggressive.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Gives it on the option. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. This offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Wants to throw. It's Wimsatt. Hauls it in. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. With all those receivers in the game, you might think they were getting ready to try to take a big shot. Instead, just efficiently moving the chains.
Yeah, you got all that speed. It scares the mess out of me. I might give you more of a cushion, especially in some areas where you're going to get good matchups, some safeties or linebackers on receivers. Nice execution by the offense, getting the free first down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. That's reeled in. It's Johnson. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Hey, who says hitch passes can't get big yards? Receiver catches it, makes a guy miss, and goes and gets a first down.
And the Gamecocks are rolling down the field. it on the option. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
This has been a bit of the story of this game so far, is this quarterback's running ability and whether or not the defense can stop them. They got the play there. They're able to get a sack, rally to him, and get one of the faster quarterbacks you'll see in college football down on the ground. This guy already has over 40 rushing yards in this game, so he has had some success, but I think a big key now moving forward is how does this defense stop him?
Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Looking to the big tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Wimsatt. Firing to the end zone. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And I think that right there has been one of the biggest stories of this game so far. The reason this team trails is they can't get one of their best players the football in the passing game. This guy's a weapon. He eats defenses alive each and every week and has yet to make one catch in this game.
Handoff from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. That's exactly what happened.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for space. It's Owens. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. And the Panthers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Looking for a man, it's Jenkins. Snagged in the middle, it's McNeil. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away he wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off of him, does a nice job being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route, getting the first down.
What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. This time he's got his man. Turning it on. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
FIU set up with another first down. Give to the single back. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments and find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over $100 on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
He makes the catch. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Runs through the tackle. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
But one of the best compliments you can pay a running back is they get stronger as the game goes on. This guy's been awesome all game long, and you're seeing it here in the fourth quarter. He's trying to ice this thing and close it out, still running strong.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area we got to bow up. Nice job on first down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Back to throw, it's Jenkins. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on 0. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the run, it's Cook. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, what a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Pulls and fires complete. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the 4th quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, and this is where the offense just breathes. Just take your time. Huddle up. I'm in absolutely no hurry. I got the lead. I want to continue to run that clock. No false starts, no penalties. Let that clock tick down.
Touchdown, Florida International. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And both sides of the ball late in the football game coming together. Defense forces the turnover. Offense punches it in. 2-possession lead in this 4th quarter.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Petway. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Dropping back, it's Wimsatt. He'll pull it down and run. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job. Nice.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
Second down, he'll throw it. Under fire. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And they get the fumble back, but time is still dwindling away. They got to get it going. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. On the move. Crosses the 45. There he goes. The 20. Inside the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Now we've got a little game pressure, and we'll see how the offense responds in a three-point game, Jesse.
I can't wait to see this quarterback and how he's going to be able to handle that pressure, David. How will he respond in this situation?
And just knowing, listen, I'm only up by 3 now. If I can make this a 2-score game, I can almost put this away in the fourth quarter.
Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on second down and maybe put this thing away. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to power their way ahead.
And when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on 3rd down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Defense still with a couple of timeouts. They can force the issue, make the offense snap it again as they take a knee on this one. This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stops to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do their damage. Defense just needed to create a few more opportunities.
I think it just came down to individual effort on the defensive side of the football for this team. Somebody needs to step up in big moments and big games and make the play to win. We didn't see it happen today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.